So this is part 2 of the podcast. I just dumped that video, and I'm telling you guys, I just fucking shredded it, dude. Like this last video I just put up right now, it's like undeniable. Everything I'm saying is totally fucking in your fucking face truth, completely undeniable. I would recommend you watch my last video and listen closely. Like really listen. Don't just have it in the background. I'm listen to what I'm saying. But anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter because it doesn't matter. The truth, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I can completely just fucking like totally over the target. You know? You know what I mean? Like, you know, these guys, what's this one channel? I don't even know the names because I don't even pay attention hardly to them anymore. I see them floating around and popular and trending and shit, and I just laugh. They're fucking The Last American Vagabond or something like that. All these guys, they're fucking fake as fuck. All their shit is scripted. They spend all this time like writing everything down, and the video production is really good, and the lighting, they spend all this money on the lighting. They spend all this time writing up their scripts and everything, and they're just talking about nothing, dude. Totally talking about nothing. This overproduced fucking polished turds of nothing. And I can just turn on the camera and I wake up in the morning, drinking some coffee, smoking cigarettes, turn on the camera, completely improvise, and just constantly be fucking like non-stop for an hour straight, just hitting the head on the nail on every single fucking thing. Like, you know, I can accomplish what these guys take all this money, use all this money and time and effort, and accomplish like in a fucking 40-minute video what they've been spending their entire YouTube career pretending like they're trying to do. Anyways, no, so I just wanted to turn on the camera again, just like this will be part 2 of the podcast. It's just like, dude, the Cometh the Pain podcast is like, dude, you know, it's just really pathetic, bro, that some fucking bum living in a fucking 8 by 13 foot trailer in the desert out in the middle of nowhere with nothing but a fucking shitty phone camera can just fucking like put these fucking idiots to shame easily. Watch my last video, dude. That's like practically everything in a fucking nutshell. That none of these people in popular and trending on BitChute, let alone anywhere else, are going anywhere near. They're just failing so epically that it is retarded, dude. It is idiocracy. So whatever, man. You know what I mean? And so what is there left to say? I said it all in that last video. That's every fucking thing. That's all of it. That's everything. You live in a depression, economic depression. You have your whole life. The establishment has given you 2 choices from the day you were born. Either live in economic depression or conform and comply and obey and lick the boot. And all of you know this is true. That's all you know. That's all you've ever known is you either conform and comply and lick boot, or you will suffer the economic depression of all these homeless people out on the streets. These hundreds of thousands, multiples of hundreds of thousands of homeless people living on the street. Either you comply and lick boot, or you're a fucking, or you suffer economic depression. And this has been your entire life. You were born into this, and that's all it's been. And where are you at? You're successful with a house and retirement, and you got a channel and popular and trending on your favorite platform. And yeah, you're not a bootlicker. You're not the problem. It's the Jays or whatever the fuck, whoever you want to blame it on. Pretty hilarious. Pretty hilarious. Yeah, you live in Palm Springs, huh? Palm Springs? Really? Yeah. And you got it all figured out living in Palm Springs, right? It would be funny if these shit talkers on BitChute who were talking shit about me a few days ago watch my videos and watch this video. Watch the video I posted earlier today. Because see, they know, all these dumb fuckers, they know it's the truth. They know that what I'm saying is 100% true. I could pull up the first few minutes of the great Battle of Europa documentary, and the guy, the narrator in the first 3 minutes of Battle of Europa says everything that I'm saying. Everything that I'm saying, he's saying that. And so you got all these It's the J guys that are constantly preaching how you need to watch Battle of Europa. All I had to do is watch the first 3 minutes and be like, yep, I already know all this. It's all these people that claim they know everything that don't know this. They don't even know. That's essentially what is articulated in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the Battle of Europa. Is exactly what I just said. You're born into a society that tells you either suffer economic depression or you lick the boot of authoritarianism. And that's the society that you live in. And so that's it. That's all there is. And if everybody's preaching the Battle of Europa, you got to watch the Battle of Europa. And in the first 2 or 3 minutes, the guy breaks it all down and says, you live in a society where the only 2 options you have are live in economic depression or lick boot. And you're like, yeah, Battle of Europa is breaking down all the truth. Well, if that's the truth, then all you got to do is look around. Who are the people that have houses and cars and are living in comfort? Those are all the bootlickers. So all the people in popular and trending that have nice houses and have prestigious places in the platform, social media platforms, those are all the bootlickers. And those are all the ones telling you that they're the truther that's going to bring you the truth. Again, go back to Battle of Europa. What does it say in the first 2 or 3 minutes? That this whole authoritarian system has been around long before you and I were born. And when we were born into it, we were given 2 options. You either go live in economic depression and fucking destitute poverty and homelessness, or you lick the boot of authoritarianism. And everybody's like, yeah, Battle of Europa is so true. And then you look at these people who are preaching Battle of Europa, they all live in nice houses. They all drive nice cars. They all have prestigious, BitChute channels that are in popular and trending. And they're telling you that the Battle of Europa is the truth. Well, if the Battle of Europa is the truth, then all those people, they're all the problem. Those are all the people that chose to lick boot because they refused to stand in principle and stand up to authoritarianism and say, no, I'm not licking your fucking boot. And as a result, ended up homeless and living in destitute fucking depression types of poverty because they had a spine, because they refused to lick boot. That's all there is. All right. let's prove my point. Oh, I'm just some crazy person that doesn't know what I'm talking about, right? Let's go to BitChute. We're gonna go to BitChute, right? And let's search for the Battle of Europa. Europa, the last battle. Europa. Oh, I'm sure it'll come up like it's flooded. Europa. Where's Europa, the last battle? Come on. Look at all this Heil Hitler dumb bullshit. Oh, Hitler was a good man. But Trump is orange man bad, but Hitler was a good man. Like, what the fuck? You guys are all this stuff. Okay, Europa, the last battle. The last. Yeah, Hitler was a good man and orange man bad, right? The last battle. How do you know that Hitler wasn't just another orange man bad? Oh no, because I know everything. Right. Yeah, you know everything. Yeah, you know everything. And Hitler wasn't orange man bad. Hitler was a good man. All right, here we go. Oh, part 4. Come on. Let's see, part 5. Part 6. You see how long the Battle of Europa is? It's like 13 hours. When all you have to do is listen to the first 2 or 3 minutes and it sums everything up. Like, it's ridiculous, you know? Of course, for some reason, it almost seems like they're censoring part 1. I wonder why that would be, huh? Full. Look at this. The Europa, the last battle, the full thing is 12 hours. And this is what they're telling you. If you want to know the truth, you know, you start with the Battle of Europa. And then that's only the beginning. Then it goes, you know. Oh, yeah, you can't watch that. Oh, okay, gotcha. Part 4. Part 9. Part 8. It's weird how it's so hard to find part 1. I wonder why that is, huh? See, the Battle of Europa totally contradicts itself so much that it's just an insult to a person's intelligence. Part 1, here we go. And this is even the very beginning is a total contradiction. So let's watch this. All right?
If there was one physical subject, one material subject that we should focus on, in my opinion, it is very clear that the head of the snake is the financial system. The whole point of finance is to indebt, otherwise to enslave. What is a mortgage? I mean, what does that stand for? It's a death grip. So when you get a mortgage, you have a death grip held over you because you are in debt. You don't even own the house. The bank owns the house that loaned you the money to buy the house, unless you're fortunate enough to have all the money to buy it outright. And even then, you can be taxed by the government. And if you fail to keep up with those taxes, the government can then take it from you. The whole system is based on a financial fraud, which effectively takes the power that we have and it gives it to a tiny group of individuals who are running the world through the control of finance. With the infinite supply of money that we have allowed them to take, they have literally an infinite supply of money. And with that money, and from their psychopathic point of view, they have bought everything and everyone who can be bought. So those of us who cannot be bought, because we operate on a level that goes way beyond the material, we are not rewarded for such behavior. We are punished for such behavior. And the most slovenly, disgustingly criminal, pedophilia, corrupt moral individuals, those are the ones that are rewarded in this system, which is upside down. We reward the people.
So they're the ones that are rewarded with housing, you know, with all this. Everybody that looks like they're living pretty good. That's why, is because your society rewards evil with good. And so the more of a spine you have, the more likely you're homeless, because only evil people are rewarded with, you know, with all this good stuff. Dude, like, it's obvious in the first fucking 2 minutes of Battle of Europa.
Reward the pedophiles, we reward the corrupt, we reward the liars, we reward the people with no morals at all.
Right? That's the beginning of the Battle of Europa.
If there was one one physical subject, one material subject that we should focus on, in my opinion, it is very clear that the head of the snake is the financial system. The whole point of finance is to indebt, otherwise to enslave. What is a mortgage? I mean, what does that stand for? It's a death grip. So when you get a mortgage, you have a death grip held over you because you are in debt. You don't even own the house. The bank owns the house.
Okay, it's a death grip. Well, that's like implying that homelessness is the equivalent of death because it's all about a house and mortgage is about housing. And so he's saying mortgage is a death grip. Well, that would imply that being homeless is like the equivalent of dying. That's how important housing is?
That loans you the money to buy the house unless you're fortunate enough to have all the money to buy it outright. And even then you can be taxed by the government, and if you fail to keep up with those taxes, the government can then take it from you. The whole system is based on a financial fraud which effectively takes the power that we have and it gives it to a tiny group of individuals who are running the world through the control of finance. With the infinite supply of
control of finance, think about that. If there's a small group of people that control finance, could that small group of people that control finance manufacture homelessness? Well, obviously they could. So then if that's the case, homelessness is directly related to the whole "it's the J" subject. Yet how often is any of these people talking about homelessness? Never? Wow. Funny how it's conspicuously absent, even though this guy starts off with everything is about mortgage. Well, mortgage has to do with housing. And a mortgage means death grip. So really, essentially implying that homelessness is death. So it's all about homelessness and homelessness is death and mortgage, and that these small people, it's all about finance. And these people have so much fucking finance, they control finance. Well, if a small group of people control finance, that implies they have the power to manufacture homelessness.
Supply of money that we have allowed them to take. They have literally an infinite supply of money. And with that money, and from their psychopathic point of view,
psychopaths that have an unlimited amount of money could easily manufacture homelessness in this country. But yet, why is homelessness so conspicuously absent from all this Battle of Europa discussion? You don't think that's weird?
They have bought everything and everyone who can be bought. So
it almost sounds like homeless people are the ones that can't be bought because they're homeless. If they could be bought, interesting how all this plays out.
Those of us who cannot be bought because we operate on a level that goes way beyond the material, we're not rewarded.
So it goes beyond the level of material. Well, if that's the case, why do you have all these people in Jim Rizzoli's comment section who are making fun of homeless people and using homelessness as a insult and trying to insult me by calling me homeless and stuff? I thought that you guys have all transcended all of this material, just like it says in the Battle of Europa, right? Like all of this is such a fucking egregious contradiction that it's laughable.
Not rewarded for such behavior. We are punished for such behavior.
Oh, and so the people with the spine get punished, financially punished, while the people that don't have a spine get financially rewarded. Huh. Funny how all this is about poverty, and I point this out to Jim Rizzoli, and he just plays the dumb card and accuses. I just don't know what I'm talking about, right? It's all just mumbo jumbo. I'm just a jibber jabber, yeah, right, okay.
Most slovenly, disgustingly criminal, pedophilia, corrupt moral individuals. Those are the ones that are rewarded.
So the corrupt moral individuals are the ones that are rewarded with housing, finance, cars, all this stuff. And the people that aren't morally corrupt get punished with financial punishment, poverty. Funny how all of this is about poverty, yet Is Jim Rizzoli and all his Jim Rizzoli fans ever talking about it? Not only are they not talking about it, if anybody brings it up, they get dogpiled and ridiculed. Yeah, but it's the Jays, right? It's the Jays. fucking total hypocrites, bro. Like, so ridiculous, man.
In this system, which is upside down, we reward the pedophiles, we reward the corrupt, we reward the liars, we reward the people with no morals at all.
So anyways, so there you go. There you have it. Within the first 2 or 3 minutes of Battle of Europa, it's saying exactly what I'm saying. And look at, it's exactly, homelessness is directly tied to everything. But yet, Jim Rizzoli never talks about it? Huh? Weird. But they go on and on how important the Battle of Europa is. It's like the most important thing. It's the, if you want to get in on the know on the Jays, that's where you start, is the fucking 13-hour documentary Battle of Europa. So I watched the first 3 minutes of it and I fucking turned it off. I'm like, dude, these people are all hypocrites. They don't even walk the talk that is narrated in the first 3 minutes of the Battle of Europa, yet they are hypocritically preaching to everyone that everyone needs to watch Battle of Europa if they want to know what's really going on, when they themselves don't even know what's really going on. They mock and ignore the homeless. Well, the homeless are the ones that are fucking only people that have a spine in this inverted fucking system, inverted reality we live in, according to the first 3 minutes of the Battle of Europa documentary. Yet the whole entire subject of poverty and homelessness is conspicuously absent from the JPQ-tard movement, just like it is from the retarded Christian movement, even though the Bible, there's a strong emphasis. The Bible places a strong emphasis on poverty. See, these people are perpetual hypocrites that are constantly being propped up as though they are somehow some source of information that we all need to listen to, and they're fucking soothsaying snakes. They are the definition of the fucking of the slang version of the word Jew. Everything is inverted. So this is why I won't even watch the Battle of Europa. All I have to do is watch the first 3 or 4 minutes and be like, exactly. This is why I'm against the whole It's the Jays community. Because all those people, they're all the spineless people with houses and cars, and they're the ones choosing to swallow themselves up in credit and loans. It's the homeless people that rejected all this, and they ignore the homeless people and claim that they themselves are the victims of this usury J system. It's all inversions. It's all extreme hypocrisy. And so I'll call this out to these people like Jim Rizzoli and his fans, and they're just total retards, dude. They don't even understand the first 3 minutes of the Battle of Europa, let alone the whole fucking 13 hours of it. When they can't even understand the first 3 minutes of it, and they're acting like they're experts on it, when they don't even understand the first 3 minutes of the Battle of Europa. But they're claiming they're experts on the entire fucking 13-hour Battle of Europa documentary. Like, that is like that is the epitome of fucking buffoonery, dude. Like, total retards. So here's another video that everybody should watch. What I'm talking about right now. Everybody should watch this video that I'm saying. Anybody that has a brain anyways. All these brainless automaton sheeple that just follow whatever's the trend, don't watch my video, because you'll never understand, because you don't want to understand. You choose ignorance constantly, like Cypher did in the movie The Matrix. Oh, plug me back into the Matrix. Just, let me eat some steak, even though I know it's fake. And, make me somebody important, like a popular and trending BitChute channel or something, You're all sellout fakes. You're fakes. Frauds, fakes, liars, snakes. And it's all fake. The whole It's the Jays thing all over on BitChute, it's all totally fake. It's this fake astroturfed trend, and none of you want to admit it. is that it's totally fucking fake. So whatever truth you are putting out is completely like eliminated. Like you are the reason nobody listens to you. You are the very reason that nobody will ever believe the Jay's conspiracy, no matter how much truth there is in it. They're not even going to listen to the true parts of the It's the Jay's conspiracy because you're all so idiotic. You're just so fucking idiotic and stupid, and you're never going to change. You're never going to change. And how we all meet people like that in life, that they're never going to change no matter what, because of pride, ignorance, pride, hate, all this stuff. And so anyways, whatever, dude. Like so all you have to do is watch the first 3 minutes of Battle of Europa, and that's everything. Anybody that appears to be getting rewarded in this society, that's driving nice cars, living in a house, those are all the bootlickers. Anyone that appears to be struggling, oh, he looks like he's a homeless drug addict. Well, those are the people that are being punished by the system. Those are the people with the spine, are all the people that are poor. And then like, I thought you've transcended all this materialism. Like O'Keefe, this O'Keefe guy in the first 3 minutes of Battle of Europa says, oh, all of us, we've totally transcended, materialism. We understand that this financial system is all corrupt, and we have transcended all this materialism. That's why we're being punished. But if you've transcended materialism, why would you mock poor people and homeless people? See, you contradict yourself in everything you do. You never walk your talk. It's the Jay's people on BitChute. You're not telling the truth. You're obvious liars. And so what if there's half truths? So what if you're speaking the truth with a lying tongue? Your intention is to lie. Whatever truth you are saying about the Jays, the whole intention of speaking the truth is because you're a liar, dude. You speak the truth with a lying tongue. You're a liar. You fucking hate poor people, and you mock poor people, and then you preach that the Battle of Europa, and I just showed you what the first 3 minutes of Battle of Europa says, that totally proves that you are a fucking liar, dude. You don't care about poverty. You don't care that this financial system rewards evil and punishes good. And that explains all this poverty everywhere, and explains why you aren't poor. That's why you're not poor, is because you've been going along with all this. And now all of a sudden, all you have to do is go on BitChute and say, it's the Jays. And everybody thumbs up your ass all day like, yeah. You're the fakest motherfuckers in the whole platform. And the whole platform is infested with like 90% fake snake fucking idiots. So anyways, no, man, this video I'm saying right now, and the previous one I just posted an hour ago, this says it all. This is everything. What O'Keefe is saying in the first 3 minutes of fucking Battle of Europa is exactly true, which is why everybody should reject these It's the Jays people, because they're the extreme hypocritical liars. They're all they're in it for is money, property, and prestige. That's all they care about is shekel. So it's a complete narcissistic psychopathic projection. They're projecting everything that they are onto any and everyone that they could possibly do, intentionally, consciously. That's how psycho they are. That's how the psychopathy is that extreme with these people. They consciously know that they're hypocritically projecting everything that they are onto everyone else. If the financial system rewards evil and punishes good, and you see all these homeless people everywhere, and you see all these fake people in popular and trending with their nice cars, their nice homes, they're bringing in 6 figures a year off their fucking shitty popular and trending channels on BitChute, and all they're saying is, it's the Jays. Like, it's totally obvious. And only a complete ignoramus would buy into any of it. So when I call out Jim Rizzoli, it's nothing personal. That's why I said I think he's just a useful idiot, I hope that I hope that somebody can present this information to him in a way that he can process it, not to make him feel bad or anything, or to make his life miserable or anything, but just like, if you really want to know the truth, watch the first 3 minutes of Battle of Europa, of part 1, with this O'Keefe guy explaining the financial system and how the financial system rewards the evil people and financially rewards them and financially punishes good people. And then reflect on that in relation to all this homelessness everywhere. And then even the Bible, like the Bible says, it places a strong emphasis on caring for the poor. And then Jim Rizzoli is somehow like, I don't understand any of this. Well, if somebody were to present it to you in a way that is palatable, and not in a harmful way, to beat you over the head with the truth, whether you're Jim Rizzoli, a Jim Rizzoli follower, or anybody else that follows any of this It's the Jays shit. Like, stop and think about what you're saying, dude. You go around and mock me because you say I look like I'm homeless, but the financial system rewards evil. And the financial system financially rewards the evil. And the financial system financially punishes the good people. And then you're making fun of homeless poor people? And and if you're making fun of poor people and homeless people, then that means you're claiming that you're not poor and homeless. But the financial system rewards evil. So then you're the problem. And you're the one preaching everybody needs to watch the Battle of Europa. Again, I am fucking nailing this shit in this video on the head with, like, undeniable. Fake Nuke Phil. All these people. See, they don't want the truth, because this is the truth, what I'm saying, undeniable. Yeah, go watch your Battle of Europa. Just go watch it. The financial system rewards evil, right? And the financial system punishes good. And let's just ignore all these homeless people. And let's fucking, get nice cars and nice homes and brag about how awesome we are and make fun of homeless people and talk about It's the Jays. And then act like we don't play the ignorance card whenever any of this is brought up and pointed out. It's like, oh, this guy he's just some crazy homeless guy, right? I'm just some crazy homeless guy. When the financial system rewards evil, financially rewards evil, and the financial system financially punishes the decent people, and I'm just a crazy, mentally ill, drug addicted, homeless vagrant, right? And you're awesome. You have a nice car, a nice job. You live in Palm Springs. You're a fucking idiot if you buy in any of this shit. Like, dude, what? Anyways, I'm just slaying it again today. Just fucking slaying it nonstop, slaying it.